Welcome to the Sunday History Rewind. I'm your host, Jim Lumley. During the month of May, we celebrate Memorial Day. It's the last Monday in May, and it honors men and women who died serving in the U.S. military. The original Memorial Day was right after the Civil War, and it was called Decoration Day. In fact, General James Garfield, who would later become the 20th President of the United States, presided over that first Decoration Day and gave a speech at Arlington National Cemetery while 5,000 Americans decorated the graves of over 20,000 Civil War soldiers. One of the most precious artifacts that I have in my Library of U.S. Presidents is this New Testament Bible that was issued to my grandfather as he entered the Army and served in World War II over in Europe. And there's a message on the front page from the President. The White House, Washington, March 6, 1941. To the members of the Army, as Commander-in-Chief, I take pleasure in commending the reading of the Bible to all who served in the armed forces of the United States. Throughout the centuries, men of many faiths and diverse origins have found in the sacred book words of wisdom, counsel, and inspiration. It is a fountain of strength, and now as always, an aid in attaining the highest aspirations of the human soul. Very sincerely yours, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Today on the Sunday History Rewind, we're going to show you a fantastic video produced by the Gary Sinise Foundation, who pays tribute to veterans like my grandfather who served in the Second World War. And by the way, a quick book recommendation, Grateful American by Gary Sinise. This is a video I think you're going to enjoy. It's very inspirational and very emotional. It's by the Gary Sinise Foundation and the National World War II Museum. Enjoy this video with me today on the Sunday History Rewind.
Hi, sir.
Which is Gary Sinise?
I'm Gary Sinise.
Well, I'm told to take a picture of you.
Well, we will absolutely get a picture. You bet. We're at Los Angeles Airport for the Gary Sinise Foundation Soaring Valor event down to the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. Hey, everybody.
Lieutenant Dan.
Hello, sir. How are you, sir? Thank you for being here. We're going to have a good time getting to know each other.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan, I'm all set.
In 26 years with American Airlines, I can't think of a day that resounds more strongly than today as we celebrate the freedom that we have as a country because of the sacrifices of the men in this room today.
We have the privilege today of taking about 45 World War II veterans. None of them have ever seen the National World War II Museum, and we're honored to be able to share this trip with them. And with great partners like American Airlines who offer us the transportation to take these heroes to New Orleans, we are able to do great things. This is the way to fly, huh? Enjoy your trip. A selfie. I'm serving some heroes here. Hello, sir. Can I interest you in some bread? That's a tasty little piece there. One of these, yeah, beautiful. That's good with the pasta there.
This would be a new experience for me. I'm overwhelmed just to be here with these old timers. They got a lot of stories, and I like the way they tell them.
Come on, sir. I guess they heard you were coming.
Just watching the World War II veterans come through the concourse was incredible. To watch the looks on the faces of the men and women serving today and the baseball teams that were here with us and just the general travelers in this airport, to welcome them to this region, it's just been phenomenal.
Gentlemen, I look at you and I think of the words of Stephen Spender's poem. You are men who in your lives fought for life and left the vivid air signed with your honor. Welcome to the World War II Museum.
This is that something.
There is a profound moral difference between the use of force for liberation and the use of force for conquest. You were here to liberate. All of you loved liberty. All of you were willing to fight tyranny, and you knew the people of your countries were behind you. Magnificent words from Ronald Reagan. on the 40th anniversary of D-Day. We're all looking forward to the major portion of the tour, which starts with Beyond All Boundaries, the documentary that I had the privilege of doing the voice of Ernie Pyle in.
When Tom Hanks was working with me and Phil Hedema to develop our epic 4D experience, Beyond All Boundaries, Tom Hanks said, get Gary Sinise for Ernie Pyle, and it was perfect.
And all around below were the shadows, the dark shadows of buildings and bridges that formed the base of this dreadful masterpiece.
One word, wow.
I just loved every minute of it.
Everybody should see it. Everybody.
After they come out of Beyond All Boundaries, they'll go into the brand new exhibits that opened last December, the Road to Berlin, which will go through North Africa, Sicily, and Italy, and then sweep up into France and the D-Day invasions and penetrating deep into Germany. We'll tell that story from land, sea, and air, and how America's military might gradually came to bear to destroy the Third Reich.
It brings back a lot of memories, and it's real.
Then they'll go to the Louisiana Pavilion, where visitors begin the journey through World War II in a train station where everybody went to war or came home, and they'll actually enjoy a simulated ride. Then they'll go to the Kushner Restoration Pavilion, and they'll see PT-305.
We're restoring a Higgins PT boat that was built here in New Orleans in 1943.
It's going to be put in the water next summer. It's about 80% finished. Then the last place they will come to is the U.S. Freedom Pavilion, which tells the story of the military power through the planes and the tanks and the weapons of the war, as well as Medal of Honor exhibits and additional oral histories. Lunchtime will be a USO experience with our victory bells, so that'll be fun too.
A kiss is just a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh.
I'm embarrassed, yeah.
And when two lovers woo, they still say, I love you, on that you can rely.
The goal of this museum is to tell the American experience in World War II.
They're knocking plane after plane out of the sky.
The National World War II Museum prides itself on the oral history collection that we've acquired.
Well, I said, Colonel, do you want to turn short? We got a long bomb run, we can turn short and then go right over that point.
The Gary Sinise Foundation provided funds that allows us to hire another historian. And it's a race against time because the vast majority of these gentlemen and ladies are in their late 80s and early 90s, and some of them are even older than that. We have to get these stories before they're lost forever.
None of us can ever take for granted what you did for all of us. God bless you, gentlemen.
God bless you.
Have a great trip back, everybody.
I'd like you to think back to when you were in the middle of World War II and you were waiting for those letters from home. It is now time for mail call.
Wow. Oh my God.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. More fun than a girl, aren't you?